So, good afternoon. Welcome back to another show. Today we're going to do player ratings, and I've got my guest on this afternoon. He's a real one, and it's Adam. Good afternoon, Adam.
Good afternoon, John. Thank you for having me on.
Savvies. So just did you get back safe yesterday? Safe and well.
Yesterday,
And
I was tired and knackered, but I got back safe.
Wow. I was going to say, it's been a long journey. So 3,500 people turned up for the match to witness a game like that. And it's absolutely appalling yesterday.
Yeah, it was shocking. Don't you get me started, John? I mean, I look at that performance yesterday, and I'm still frustrated. That's the worst performance I've seen for Newcastle this season, easily. It was shocking. We didn't get anything going. I mean, this team wasn't playing for the manager yesterday. I mean, the manager himself, oh God, don't you get started, Steve Bruce? Just get him out of this club. But yeah, the performance yesterday was shocking. And in terms of the player ratings, it's not going to be very high one today, I'll be honest, John. I don't know. Is John, yeah? John's out his own show, yeah. But, I mean, if anyone's asking you questions, feel free to do so when he gets back in.
Sorry, Adam. Sorry about
that. It's all right. No worries.
Go on.
But I was just saying that the team was just disgraceful yesterday.
Yeah, I thought it was shocking, weren't we? I mean, I was glad I did the watch along yesterday. I mean, I would love to go to the game, but I haven't been on tour this season, unfortunately. But listen, at the end of the day, right, I'm happy doing this for the meantime, and it's what it is. So yeah.
Fair enough. I'll be good every single one this season. I mean, oh God, I'm not looking for lights to brighten away, and it's coming up next few weeks. I mean, gonna be a very tough one. That one.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? I mean, I look at that team, right, and they're playing the 4-3-3, right, and Bruce changed to 4-3-3, and then we go behind. What happens is he goes and changes it to 5-4-1 when Joe Willock went off, and then he brings on Jeff Henrik. And what was the hell that was all about? Why did he change it from a 4-3-3? And while we go behind, he goes and changes it to 5-4-1. I just don't understand it.
But surely, if you were scared of how Wolves are playing football, you would start with a 5-back. But instead, he realises that Adama Traore is not starting, so he realises a different player. And all of a sudden, when he scores, I mean, he changes the formation. I mean, what kind of management is that? I mean, he clearly hasn't done his homework. He clearly hasn't looked at Wolves before the match. I mean, why would you change the formation after you go down? But bear in mind, the attack's struggling, so why would you then put an extra defender on and make it impossible for the attack to score a goal? I mean, the fact we even scored yesterday was a miracle because we didn't deserve to. We were rubbish.
Yeah, I totally agree. 2 shots on goals tells its own story. Renee is in this chance in the second half from Joe Linton's cross, and it's just one going to be on there at this moment in time. So it's just absolutely ridiculous, Adam. The fact is, right, I mean, we've got problems defending, we've got problems creating, we've got problems scoring goals. Look at that, first 11, we started not a recognised striker. Sam has to play as a false 9, and he wasn't really that. I mean, we started this the team with no one up front.
I mean, well, that's what it is with Callum Wilson. I mean, without him, we can't get anything going forward. As soon as he's back, it's going to be good, but we can't play without Callum Wilson. We rely on him too much. And a player like Joe Linton, I mean, I don't know why he's playing anymore. He's on the right, he's up top. I mean, what is the point of him? Like, he can't score a goal, so why have him in the team? I mean, the team's a shambles. That's why we didn't invest in the summer. We've got no squad depth. I mean, no. For the 2 subs, who do you have on the bench? Gale and Murphy, is that it?
Yeah, Murphy came on, did he? Henry came on, Murphy came on, and Gale came on, and made no difference whatsoever. And we are a dual academy. We really are a dual team. I'll tell you what, we'll be relegated before the arbitration starts. That's what's going to happen.
We'll see how things go, but the fixtures coming out are really hard. That's what worries me the most. The fixtures we had so far, apart from Man U, all the teams are between good, average to poor teams. We haven't even won a single match. Southampton rubbish. Villa, West Ham are okay in the day. Wolves, I mean, who else? Leeds. These sort of teams we've got to be beaten. We can't beat these sort of teams. We don't deserve to be in the league. It's that simple.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, Mark Douglas yesterday on his tweet, put out a tweet yesterday that we can't beat an 18th place team, 17th place team, 16th team place, or full team forever. If we cannot beat teams in those positions, how are we going to beat the top teams? Crazy.
Exactly. That's exactly the nail on the head. I mean, we can't beat the teams around them. We're not going to play in the league. It's that simple. But now we've got to now got to be ready for Tottenham, Chelsea. I mean, these two teams. I mean, if we've got to turn up against the top teams in the league, I mean, it's going to be an impossible task. I can't expect much from this team anymore. They're not going to turn up on it. I mean, the only positive we got for the Tottenham game is that all the players are injured from international break. That's it. That's something we got going for us. We're not going to have a chance otherwise.
Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely right. I mean, I'll go over these comments very quickly, do the player ratings. Ideally, time to sack Bruce now. It's now. We're going into international break and we need a change of manager to get Eddie Howe or Frank Lampard in. Watford on talks with appoint Claudio Ranieri as the new head coach after sacking Cisco Munoz. They won 2 games. They sacked him. We won 0 games. And this forward is still on a job.
Well, that's the difference between Newcastle and Watford. Newcastle haven't got any ambition. Watford, you could argue, is over-ambitious because they expect too much from the manager. But in terms of Newcastle, I mean, Steve Bruce has won, 5 of the last 35 or some of the competitions. Like, any club in world football would sack their manager from that. So how is he still at Newcastle? Like, it doesn't matter what TR football you're playing, that's a sackable offence, and he's still at the club. It's shocking, it really is.
Yeah, and the fact is as well, I mean, they just don't want to pay out £4 million to his coaching staff as well. I tell you, if you get relegated, it's going to cost him actually a lot more than £130 million plus possible 300 million for the takeover, that sort of thing. He's going to lose a hell of a lot of money. Sack him now, get Eddie Howe in, and then they keep us up. No problems are whatsoever. And Brentford looks like they've won the game. Was it 1-0 in the end, Brentford?
Good win.
Wouldn't know, but they were winning. Excuse me, I've seen. We got later Sunday from America. I feel bad for any Toon fans on the West Coast here in the US. Imagine waking up 5 in the morning to watch that shite, mate. Listen, if you watch along, right? And it was night time and we're losing, I'll suggest you stay in bed, mate, because the bottom line is you don't want to be watching that. I certainly wouldn't anyway. And I got my guy, Paul. He's a real one. Excuse me. And I haven't watched his videos yet. I will be later on, I guarantee. I'm still by the reaction from yesterday. Shite match, shite performance, salt and wet, and 6 pounds 10 on the Southern M6 toll. But only going 4 mile. Oh my God.
Man. That's still so funny, though.
And just like I said, that Cisco Munoz has been sacked by Watford, and after a kind of poor start, 14th left them. Ranieri has been talked about getting the job. So it's great to see Ranieri getting the job if he does come back. He's 70 years old, and his last job was at Sampdoria. And listen, dilly dong. Wow. And I've got my guy Jason, even lads over here. Well, Bruce gives my depression, and that's saying something. He simply has to go. But I got time, I want to sack him by Tuesday. Otherwise, it's
I would have sacked him years ago. I want to sack Steve Bruce. He's rubbish. He doesn't deserve anything in this football club.
And it's crazy, man. Joke. I mean, you should never be here in the first place. Unbelievable. We got problems playing football, mates. We got problems all over the pitch. That's from top to flip and bottom. It might actually doesn't want to give Bruce his payout. He should demote him to be the club travel agent or something. Change it. Tell you what, change his occupation. That's what I say to him. Change his occupation. It's as simple as that. We've got a hard Christmas running and we won't get out of maybe Norwich. And we'll struggle against Burnley anyway. Let's be real about it. I watched the match with John's live stream muted because of the delay. I started to think that we weren't playing too bad, and then I realised how low my expectations have fallen. I fly this to see what Steve Bruce is saying and do the player ratings. Adam, John, how long do you think it'll take us to get 10 points?
So it's nice. I need 7 more. I mean, hope for the end of the year, but could be any time that one. Really hard to tell.
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Unbelievable. And it's 2-1 to Brentford. Last kick off the game. Wow. Brentford must have scored later. And they're staying up this season. I tell you what, they teach us how to play football anyway. And so the M6 told Burner R. Now. And can you hear us all right, Adam? Can you hear us?
Yeah, you will, yeah.
You can. I've got my microphone on, sort of thing. And they should have sent us that lead anyway to plug it into my computer, but it seems to be working. Oh, it does. And look, Dominic sees against the Borough and Sunderland, no doubt, and we'll still get beat. Did you see Molly yesterday, Alan?
Haven't heard the end of that one. I know for a fact whenever I'm next on Polish, I'm going to keep you out on that one. But listen, I said it again yesterday, actually. I was trying to be outro me video. I said Mononox again. I mean, I need to get used to that habit, get it out of my system.
Yeah, man. Absolutely true. Hi to you, Jules. Claim it back off Bruce with interest, Paul. Oh, but then again, what's £6.10. I tell you what, more like £600, or at least, well, offering all your fans. Big up to your fans, by the way. I mean, travelled up yesterday. I think you deserve much, much better than that. Honestly, you do. And going on to Steve Bruce, and he talked some rubbish yesterday. He bigged up Jimenez yesterday, saying that it's great to see him back. Then he comes out and says, you know the drill. If you don't score, you're not going to win games, basically, sort of thing. And it's comments, man.
No, I mean, well, everything Steve Bruce just says is just crap, man. I mean, he comes out yesterday and goes, oh, well, we need to know our level. Well, yeah, well, you're not good enough for our level to get out of the club. I mean, he just talks crap all the time. Who do you think he is? I mean, we're 19th in the league. Newcastle and Norwich have both conceded 16 goals in 7 games. That's more than 2 goals a game we're conceding. I mean, it's shocking. It's the worst defender I've seen from Newcastle probably ever in my lifetime, I would have to say. Defensively, we're a joke. We can't get forward enough without Callum Wilson. We haven't got a balance in this team. There's nothing in this team. The midfield was shocking yesterday. I mean, I can't wait to go through some of these player ratings because they're going to be 1s and 2s all over the place. So crap.
Absolutely. And he's playing players out of position as well, which is not great. I mean, is he doing this so you can get the sack? Because I get the feeling he put out 4-3-3. Okay, cool. Then he plays Ritchie, not a winger, not a fullback, but he plays a fullback. You got Jamal Lewis on the bench. Then you got Manquillo playing a right back, plays a right wing back. Yeah. Midfield, Miggy is not a number 6 or number 8. He plays on the wing or plays as a 10 role, right? He's uncomfortable there. ASM, he should be playing as bread and butter. He should play on the wings, not up front. And then if you play him up front, it takes his creativity away. We've got no creativity. I saw watch on yesterday. We haven't got a Johan Cabaye type playing in the midfield. And for me, the best midfielder I've seen for a while is Cabaye and Coyote. God rest his soul, by the way.
Yeah, well, the midfield's been crap for years. I mean, Hayden, yes, he's had a couple of good seasons. Newcastle's defensive midfielder, but he was awful yesterday. And you got alongside him, Sean Longstaff. He had a shocker yesterday. I mean, Jeff Hendrick was our best midfielder yesterday, and he's rubbish as well. So that's what we've got to deal with at this moment in time. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I can't wait to John Drew show. He's back up mental, but at least with him, you can actually get some balls going forward. It look like we get more chances because the team we've got at the minute, that midfield is a joke. Without Joe Whittaker and he's injured, I mean, who are we going to play? They're all crap.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just not there in a minute. I mean, we need to get these players back to back. Shelby, Lascelles, and Wilson, they're the backbone of the team. But if you don't buy quality backup, that's exactly what's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? And it's crazy. We'll read some comments as well. And we was watching the Leeds game, so what's going off John's final commentary, but it sounds like both goals conceded were very, very preventable. Yes. There were 2 poor goals, by the way. The second goal was it Sean Longstaff that got rolled yesterday when him and Brooke, or was that?
The first one, Longstaff. He lost the ball by 25 yards, which allowed him to put the pass through. But both of them the exact same goal. Like both the times, the South Korean player, he just runs in behind. I mean, like it's awful defending that both times he scored by triangle. I mean, you could see him from a mile away. You could see the run he was going to make. And again, we don't track the run, and the midfield doesn't do a good enough job of closing the players down. It's awful. It's honestly awful.
Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely crazy, man. And I've got Lazy Sunday again. I can't get your first name, by the way, mate. So I have to keep calling him Lazy Sunday, and that'd be amazing. And would you guys take Ronald Koeman? For me, it's a no, but would you take Koeman?
Yeah, I'll take anyone with Steve. I think Koeman, I mean, he's not an amazing manager, but he's better than Bruce, so I would definitely take him,
yeah. Yeah, he's better than Bruce, but for me, I wouldn't take him. It's just the style of football at the minute. And look, he did okay at Southampton, I'm not going to lie, but Everton, he spent all that money and he just couldn't get a tune out of the team. So I got man and math Jeff Hendrick. I got we might be better when Shelby is back, but I want him in midfield, not at the back. Super Hendrick. And I got bloody hell, we're looking forward to Shelby's return. For me, I'm not a Shelby fan. I'm not going to lie. But listen, at the end of the day, when he gets his pass ability going, then and it comes off, cool. But at times, it's just those passes just doesn't come off at all, Adam, whatsoever.
Yeah, he's a lazy lethargic player, and his passing at times is bad. But whenever Shelby plays, we create more chances. That's just a stat. I mean, you look at his stats throughout the games. When Shelby plays, we do get more opportunities to score. I mean, regardless of what you think as a player, that we need that in the team right now because we can't defend. We're going to concede goals no matter what, so we need to score more in the opposition. That's all we can rely on at the minute. And Shelby's a player that can help you out. I mean, it's Shelby or Sean Longstaff or Jeff Hendrick, so make your choice of the three because it's one of them.
Yeah, totally agree, man. I've got Jason. Adam, how long till you realise you was a Molyneux and not Molyneux and had to turn around?
I mean, I kind of wish it was actually a stadium called Molyneux who went to that one instead of the Molyneux. That would be really funny, but no, it doesn't exist, unfortunately, so we did go to the correct stadium.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm just worried about our teams at the minute, like, you know, and like, so we got 2-week international break, and then we got Spurs at home, then we got to play Palace away, then we got to play Chelsea at home, and then Brighton away. And my God, I mean, we just got so much backwards, Adam. It is so unbelievable. I don't want to get mad. I don't want to get frustrated, but I'm fully expecting this now. I'm fully expecting this.
Yeah, they're 4 really hard games. All of them on their day will beat us as their best team, but just got to hope, really. That's all you think we can do at the minute, is just hope that something goes our way. For example, Tottenham in 2 weeks, we just got to hope, with the international break, these players get injured, these players get tired. This is a team that's lost the last 3 games of us, and Newcastle have got a chance against Tottenham despite how, obviously, shit our team is compared to theirs. Then we've got Palace away. I mean, they're not enough team, Palace, but again, they've got a really good home end. It's going to be a very hard game, and Palace on the day, like I said, it's going to be just a nightmare. Chelsea Champions League winners, good luck. And last one, Brighton away, we're 4th, 5th in the league. I mean, again, you can't expect to get anything from it.
No, totally agree. I think, me personally, I think it'll be rock bottom by Christmas. I can guarantee you. And by the time we'll be down before the arbitration, so which I'm going to come to in just a few moments' time. And Jakes, I agree with John. If Shelby's a bit younger, then there'd be enough to make a Koeman team tick at a minimum. But he's not got to work with it anymore, and I don't see anyone else fit in with the style. And your take on that? Are you a bit of a Shelby fan, or?
Well, I'm not a fan of Shelby, but I prefer him to Jeff Hendrick and Sean Longstaff. So for me, he has to be in that start 11. But the one thing I'll never do is, if you play Shelby or Sean Longstaff, never play them together. One of them's got to play with Hayden. If you have both of them in, then you've got to just concede loads of goals. But you need the balance for Hayden because, you know, for a fact, Shelby will not defend. So you need a defensive player in there. But I think one of them alongside Hayden and Woodwick is a good midfield three. But again, these players haven't turned up. So at the minute, they're just as crap as each other.
Yeah. Totally agree. That doesn't work at all whatsoever, that sort of thing. And just read this out for Jason. 7 games down, another 31 winless games to go unless Bruce is sacked. Well, what else can I say about that? Then I've got Spencer. Spencer's going to be chat, man. Listen, do subscribe to my channel. It's your first time, I believe. And I think Koeman would be traumatized from his time at Barca, so I wouldn't take him, at least not this season.
Well, I mean, all managers have terrible records. I mean, David Moyes is a big one. He obviously had a great time at Everton, flopped at Man U, and then he had an awful time at Sunderland, but he's bounced back at West Ham. He's one of the best managers that you could see at the minute. So, yeah, managers do have bad spells and they do better at some clubs. Big Benitez is another one. He's settled in really nicely at Everton. I've been really surprised at how good he's been there. So, yeah, he's got to look to see how these things go. But in terms of Koeman, I don't watch him week in, week out. So I don't know how he'd fit in Newcastle style, but I want anyone over Steve Bruce. I don't even care who it is. Just get rid of Steve Bruce.
Yeah, well said. And do smash the likes up, by the way, and do subscribe if you've already not done so. So it'd be amazing. I'm another 80 feet away for getting my 1K. So I'm so excited at that. Despite I haven't done this I've done this last year, and I'm so happy to get to where I want to be. And it's not easy, not doing it on the screens, and I've got Geordie here. I fancy our chances against Palace, especially when Alexa Wilson to back at and Shelby will be back. He'll probably play 5 at the back again, so I'm not sure. Thoughts on Watford, Saka and Munoz. What's your take on him getting sacked today? Are you surprised? It's just Watford talking about, though.
Yeah, very surprised. I know he was awful in the match against Newcastle, but they're 14th in the league. I mean, Watford, what else can you expect them just to stay up? I mean, I think the owners are very over-ambitious. They expect way too much from the managers. They've got a reputation of sacking 2-3 managers a season. I mean, he got them promoted, and at the minute, you look like they're going to stay up, so why sack them, 7 games into the season? That's a bit harsh, but I would give him at least half a season, see what Watford or then decide to sack him. But I mean, Ranieri's going to come in for him. He struggled at Fulham as well, so I don't even know if he's an improvement. I mean, I expect to kick it on for a little bit, but I don't see him lasting the season.
Yeah, totally agree, man. I have to agree, but it's a shame, but that's why they're getting Ranieri in, and that's the reason why. But I think you need to give him these matches more time, But Watford don't do more time, don't they? They just get rid of them straight away. I've got fine win, lose or draw, Steve Bruce out the door. Yeah, totally agreed. And I've got the real one in here. Paul, 1K down a mansion, sports car, autographs, signed photos, John. Wow. Wow. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. And Ranieri is supposed to be in line for Watford job, so not a bad replacement for Watford. He's 70-year-old. If they do get him, you've got to give him a couple of years. You have to give him a couple of years, man, because he's experienced in the Premier League. He's managed Chelsea, Leicester, then he had a short stint at Fulham, and he'll keep them up. Do you think he'll keep them up, though? I think he will, you know.
Probably, but I don't think he'll last the season. I think probably about 6 months' time or something, Watford would just sack him. It'd be like around about 15, 16 this year, wouldn't it be like, this is not good enough, get rid of him. I mean, that's what it is, really. They've got a reputation of doing this. It doesn't matter how well you do at Watford, you get the sack because Watford are not going to be consistent, not going to get results every week. And I mean, that's what these owners want, but they've got to be realistic. Like, Watford's not a team that can do that.
Yeah, I totally agree. They don't go for long-term managers anyway, and that's a shame. Just a shame they didn't go after Steve Bruce, by the way. Do you know what I mean? He's done a wonderful job. I'll comment on that quickly in a minute here. And I'm going for only 4 million to get rid of Bruce. Surely Ashley has got money to get rid of him. That's 4 million. That's for Bruce and his assistants, Clements and Steve Agnew as well, by the way. So it's not all just for Bruce. Lieutenant Sinclair. Wow, I'm in the wrong job then. They've got time. Looking forward to the Liverpool Man City. Who do you fancy? For me, I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to go just Liverpool just because Man City haven't got a great record at Anfield, by the way, and certainly Pep hadn't. So I'm going to go just Liverpool, by the way, because I don't know what you think, Adam.
I'm the opposite. I think City win today. I haven't seen a Liverpool line, but I know City's got the best team out. So, yeah they've got to go down and get something, would think. But I don't know. Liverpool have had a good start, but I still don't think it's enough to win the league. I still think they're going to drop points to the teams around them.
Yeah, very true. I know we've got a Johnson fan club. Now, I don't know who's behind this, but whoever sort of thing. Okay, cool. But do like Steve Bruce, Joe Linton as well, sort of thing as well. But hey, it's all good fun. I've heard about you getting 1 key on the channel. You're going to do a striptease in front of the Gallagher. Let's be real, that ain't going to happen anytime soon. I'm going to need to work out for the next 6 months. I need to shed a lot of weight, and then you never know. And also, I'm too old anyway, but there you go. Jules, John, we'll be living in a Hollywood life this time next year. Come back to us when I hit at least 10,000 subscribers. Come back to us, and that'll be absolute. And then we talk business. Liverpool 22. Note, that's fan club. Bruce has only refused to work because there's a £6 toll bill, and he said, F that, I'm staying. But with him, he has to go because I'm sure his family, I could be wrong, his family must be saying to him, look, you got to get away because the fans going on your back. His health is not great. And yeah, what can you do?
I think his family have some doubts, but they don't know how much money he's getting, though. He's a millionaire. He's getting millions of pounds for doing a crap job at Newcastle. So why would you leave? Like, that's what I've got to think. I put myself in Steve Bruce's shoes. Why would you leave the club? The owner's not going to sack you. You can just do whatever the hell you want, and you're still going to get paid at the end of the day. So for me, I wouldn't leave the club now, Steve Bruce, because why would you? You're getting paid millions for doing a crap job.
Yeah, I totally agree. Absolutely incredible. I mean, the fact is, he just doesn't care. His personal pride. He's putting personal pride first, or put money first before his personal pride. Let's get that right. Joke, absolutely disgraceful. And John, we were living in Italy when I hit 10K. Well, if I won the lottery, I'll be in Italy anyway. Let's be real. Do you know what I mean? I'll be a full-time YouTuber over there. And don't mention it. Don't mention the T-word toll. I'm not allowed to mention the 3 words. Trust the process. I'm not allowed to say that because if Daniel is listening to that, she will absolutely murderous by the way. And yesterday took his toll on Paul. That's a good one. We can't even trust the process on the Pussy because there's no process to trust. Every time you consider a goal, I do say trust the process, just as a Mickey tip, because obviously he comes out last season and said that is a work in progress. So he's basically saying trust the process, but there you go. Right, do smash the likes up and subscribe if you're new. I'm 83 away from 1K. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And I could do on the better things. And then I got Sam Spencer there. That's a new one. Trust the relegation. Wow. There you go. Right, going to go on to the peer ratings. So this is how it works, right? We're going to give a player 1 to 11 a ratings out of 10, and that includes the subs, the manager, and also the fans as well. You can join in as well, peeps. And if as long as you don't upset anyone else, sort of thing, everyone's got an opinion. And and when it comes to Steve Bruce, I'll suggest you guys cover your ears up because this is not going to repeat what I'm about to say. So, got a couple more comments here, by the way. Trust the toe. Can you hear that? The bell tolls for Bruce.
I like that.
Thoughts on Newcastle dealing to. I think he's American, but we let it by the way. But listen. All right, so like I said, guys, you can join in the play ratings as well. And I'm going to start with off of Cardolo. For me, I thought he couldn't defend those 2 goals. He could have done a lot better for me at the end of the day. He had much to do, but what did you give him, Adam?
Well, you could argue he could have done better for the first goal, but the team stitched him off for the first goal because the striker shouldn't be getting that much space inside the box. So, in terms of the chances, I literally had 3 chances. I remember they had a long shot which he caught and had to score 2 goals. That's all Cardolo had all game, picking the ball at the net. I mean, I can't really rate him badly because he couldn't have done much about the goal. So I give him a 5 average. He didn't do anything wrong, so I can't really give him a low score for it.
Yeah, I'll give him a 5 as well. I mean, like I said, he could have done better, but with his positions quite poor as well. Didn't have much to do, but at this moment of time, we need the backer to come back. But I got he's got his angle so wrong yesterday for Cardolo. But listen, no disrespect to Cole, but I'd rather take the backer all day long. But you're right. I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10 as well. And yeah, there you go. So I'm going to move on to the back 5. It's going to be a back 5 from right to left, Manfredo. And yeah, I thought he was poor yesterday, let's be real. And excuse me, he's just lost his man so easily. And his position players awful. He didn't track the runners. He didn't track Hiran, which cost us a goal. I mean, for me, I'm going to give him I'm going to be brutal, and I'm going to give him a 3 out of 10. Adam, what do you think?
I probably agree with the 3 out of 10. I thought he was one of the better defenders yesterday, but they're all rubbish. So I mean, well done on that. But yeah, he probably ticked me off the least, so I'll give him a 3. But listen, that's what I give the best defender with. I give the worst ones. I mean, there's going to be a lot of low numbers in this video, John.
Yeah, I said it's going to be brutal, didn't I? And it's just, and they're going to have to get used to it, sort of thing. I mean, at the end of the day, people, all our fan base saying I've been a bit too harsh, sort of thing. Not to be negative to the players, but I just call it how it is, and you say how it is as well. So if they don't like it, so just say it how it is. And I'm going to go on to our captain Fernandes. Well, he had a poor game. He had a poor game. You looked slow. I thought you looked at times got lost on the pitch as well. It's not the Fernandes I know, but I'm gonna give him a 3 out of 10 as well. He was poor yesterday.
I'm giving Fernandes a 1. You give away the second goal, I think it was. You definitely give away one of them. No chance. I hate this. I hate Fernandes yesterday. No, I didn't like him at all. He really got on my nerves, so I give him a 1 for that one.
Yeah, fair enough. It's your ratings, your platform at the end of the day. But yeah, 1 out of 10, fair enough. And I'm going to go on to Kieran Clark. I mean, he was awful as well yesterday, let's be real. I mean, to me, I'll probably give him a 2 out of 10. He was absolutely poor yesterday, let's be real. And he's poor, and I think his days are numbered in Newcastle. His days is numbered. I mean, I loved him when he was playing the Championship. That's his level. For me, he's just not good enough for Newcastle anymore. He was absolutely awful yesterday.
Yeah, he's an older player now. He's been around the Premier League, 15 plus years now. I did like him. I think he was a good signing. I think he's done quite a lot for the club, but his time is coming to an end. And I mean, in terms of yesterday, he didn't annoy him as much as Fernandes, so he gets a 2, but even so, he was crap again. So
yeah, fair enough. And then I'm going to put Isaac Hayden there as well. I mean, when in midfield, it's his best position, but I just don't think he's a defender. He is not a defender for me. And I thought he was poor as well, by the way, when in defence. I've got to judge him on defence. I'll give him a 2 as well.
I'm getting Hayden a 0. He really, really annoyed me yesterday. Crap. Oh, he was awful. Especially the experience he had, considering he, for multiple seasons, probably our best midfielder. yes, he's not meant to be a centre half, but he was awful when he was in midfield and he was awful when he was defending. So me, a 0. Like, I'm not even going to bother rating him.
No. So how many would you give him?
A 0. I just said it. 0. 0 out of 10. Yeah.
I couldn't hear you now. So fair enough. And like I said, your opinions, your ratings, by the way. And on to Matt Ritchie. My God. I mean, yesterday his dead balls are poor. Absolutely poor yesterday. Hits the first man. He looks slow now. And I'm a Ritchie fan, but I'm afraid to say, I mean, he needs to be dropped now and get Jamal Lewis in a back four. I mean, for me, I'm going to give him. What would you give him?
Well, first off, Matt Ritchie's not a left back, and when he plays left wing back, he's not really a left wing back either because we're saying him as a midfielder. It doesn't matter what happened yesterday. I knew before the match even kicked off that he'd be bad because of Adama Traore, but he wasn't even starting, so he had an easier job, and he was still awful, so he gets a 1. But he was set up to fail, Matt Ritchie, because no matter what happened yesterday, everyone knew he was going to have a bad game because he's not meant to be playing that. So how can the manager not pick that up? Because every Newcastle fan knows he's going to struggle. So how is he starting? It doesn't make any sense. Got to play Jamal Lewis on the bench. Yes, he's not particularly a good player, but he's actually a left back. His position is there. So yeah. I don't know. I don't understand that one. And Ritchie was set up to fail, and he did fail. So it's 1.
Yeah, I'll give him the same as well. Let's be real. I'm not going to lie. He was absolutely poor yesterday, and surely now he needs to be dropped or playing in his correct position. But for me, I want to see Miggy in taking the taking the free kicks as well, because he does it at Atlanta United. But at the end of the day, give him the job and taking free kicks and that. And talking off Miggy, I mean, I thought he was quiet for me yesterday. He didn't do much. And what would you give him?
I thought Almon was one of the better players. He tried to get something going. Yes, he didn't get anything going, but at least he tried. He had a few runs where he got the ball, he tried to drive it forward, but he got no options. So what's he meant to do? In terms of Almon, no, I'll give him a 4. I thought he's below average, but I mean, I felt bad for him because, I mean, some of these players are touted footballers, but they couldn't have done anything that game yesterday because of how badly set up we were and how crap some of the players were.
Yeah, I agree. You give him 4, I'm giving him a 3. I mean, he didn't do much. I mean, he didn't. Listen, how many creativity did he get? How many chances and shots did he take? Take-ons did he take? For me, I love Miggy, but again, I didn't think he was that good yesterday. I'll give him a 3 out of 10 for me. And yeah, I agree with you as well. I'm going to go on to you could go to Sean Longstaff. I mean, it wasn't his day yesterday. I mean, he played CDM where he should be taking on player sort of thing and just trying to take the game to Wolves. I didn't see that of him. And also, he made an error yesterday as well. He lost his man for one of the goals. I mean, what do you take on him?
Well, he gave away the first goal, so I mean, automatically he's only going to get a low rating. But he did nothing in midfield yesterday. Yeah. Maybe you're trying to get forward. He couldn't do anything. I don't know what it was, but he just couldn't get anything going forward. For me, he's a 1. He was slightly better than Hayden, but I mean, he had a worse game probably in his Newcastle career, so it's not really much of an improvement.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, excuse me, for me, I'm going to give, I'll probably give him a 2 to be fair, just a 2, and then get more than that. No way. And just got a comment here from Fart Goggles, if you call them that. Look at Brighton, Palace, and Brentford. The fact these teams are doing better than us and have more to look forward tells you everything you need to know about the club. Bang on the money. Bang on the money. He's right. I mean, they bought the players, they spent money, and look at them, Brighton. Very impressed under Graham Potter. I think he's a cracking manager. He's so current. And he knows, he's got an identity. He knows what he wants, and it's exciting to watch and see. So, but there you go. I'm going to go on to, have you done the midfield? I think we have, anyway. We're going to go on to...
We haven't done the old one because Willock got injured, so we had to do Hendrick or whichever one you want to do.
Yeah, we do Willock first. I mean, he didn't last long on the pitch, but he didn't do much, to be quite honest with you. I would have given him a 3. What do you think, Adam?
I don't think you can rate him, to be honest. Well, he's only on the pitch for 20 minutes, so that's not long enough to rate someone, I think. In terms of the subs, obviously, yeah, but I mean, Willock was injured pretty much the full match, so I think it's quite harsh to rate him.
Fair enough. Well, I'll probably judge on the minutes he's played, but I'll give him a 3. But again, it's your platform today, so I shouldn't even do a rating. It should be you doing it, but
yeah. Right.
So I'm going to go on to everyone's favourite player, Joe Linton.
I mean, again, like Almiron, he was a player yesterday. I tried to get something going, but he had nothing around him. There was nothing going on. I mean, again, a 4 below average. He tried to get something good, but no support, no backup, and himself didn't really do an awful lot. So I can't rate very high at that. So I'd be nice to give it a 4.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I would have done the same as well because, like I said, sort of thing that cross he did for ASM was when Kroos would have put us 2-1 up, by the way. But other than that, it's just a basic Joe Linton performance again. And it's a shame because I'm still waiting for the real Joe Linton to turn up. And we can't wait much longer. We're in trouble, right? He's going to have to step up and play for the badge because at times he just jogs around. Do you know what I mean? Which is not a professional footballer, but hey, end of the day. And you nearly set up a goal for ASM and took it off ASM. And what would you give him?
Again, like your two, didn't do an awful lot. He tried to get something going, but he was getting tackled constantly. He was isolated. He missed a huge chance to get to put us in the lead, actually, wasn't it? So I give it a 4 below average. Again, one of St. Maxford's bad games, I would say, this season. He didn't get anything going. We can't rely on him every single week, so I'm not going to be harsh on him, but he didn't have a good game yesterday. I think a 4 is a fair verdict for him.
Yeah, fair enough. I would have probably given him the same as well, let's be real. But Lee Ryder gave him a 7 out of 10. And I thought, oh, wow. Joe Linton had a 7 out of 10 last week, I think, against Watford.
Wow. That's a howler. No way is that a 7 out of 10 performance just last night.
Oh, no chance. Not a chance. No chance. I mean, I don't know what game they're watching, but he's definitely not a 7 out of 10. I'm sorry. And I got him as not bloody centre back. He's midfielder. It's like playing Wilson in goal and expect him to do a job. Ritchie can't defend for Toffee. Yeah, I totally agree. Trolls in the US are nuts, especially going into New York City. And I love to go to New York City one day. I've never done New York, by the way, but that's one of the places I love to go. But yeah, on to the subs. And we're going to start with Jacob Murphy. He came on around the 70-odd minutes. What would you give
I mean, in the 20 minutes he's on the pitch, he didn't really do anything he didn't do anything. It's just that I can't remember anything he did that game. He wasn't an impactful sub. He should have came out as a fullback. Why would you do that? He's an attacking player. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I want to bring him on anyway because in the Watford game, he missed an absolute sitter at the end of the game. So why would you bring him on as a sub? Surely we give Ryan Fraser some game time, a player that needs game time, a player that, yes, he has some ability because he's seen it a few years ago, but I would have put him on above Murphy. Like, why would you do that? I don't understand that one. That one was a really bad sub for me.
Yeah, it's just odd, isn't it? You got players like Ryan Fraser. It's got a point to prove. You got Fabian Schär, got a point to prove. I mean, what so have they bogged on Boost? Do you know what I mean? Why Schär's not starting? Why Fraser's not starting? Yet he persists of starting players that are not good enough and not showing their real effort, sort of thing. It's a joke. And I don't know what to say. It's hard, but Steve Boost for you. Do you know what I mean? Steve Boost. And he just doesn't trust them. But I don't know of him anymore. But as soon as he's out the Club of Bella, and we're going to go on to Dwight Gale.
Again, I don't remember doing much. I would have made that. So I think Gale is someone that you need to bring on. You need to get a strike one on match. And unfortunately, the team just couldn't get anything going. The second we went 2-1 down, you know we're going to lose the game. I mean, the players, we have about 40 minutes to equalise. We never looked like scoring at all. Oh, God. I mean, it was a nightmare. The players are just giving up. And you had 40 minutes to equalise. Like, a point wouldn't have been the worst result down at the Molineux. But, yeah, it was the players didn't try. And in the end, no one got anything going. Again, with Gil, done nothing. With 3 out of 10, he did nothing.
Yeah. That's the thing. Didn't get any service whatsoever. Again, it's gone back to creativity in the midfield. He ain't got no one you can create whatsoever. And that should have been sorted out way back in the summer and changed that team. But though Steve Bruce is so weak, even does dare upset all the people around him. So before I go on to, I got some comments here. To be fair, how much confidence can you get with Bruce as manager? He bigs up everyone but the team. He plays players out of position and plays badly. Defensively starting to feel sorry for our players. True's 100% right, by the way. He's right. Yep, totally agree.
That's right, yeah.
Aidan Sean should have been swapped around. Well, they both play midfield, by the way. And then I've got Jules. Then I've got Lonsdale was awful, constantly going backwards. I have to agree with you. Then Joe Linton was the 7th for me. He worked his arse off yesterday, but no bloody support. Things improving, helped defensively as well.
Now, I'm quite harsh on Linton, to be fair. Even if, for example, I know, like, Joe Linton scored yesterday and he had a really good game, I still wouldn't give him any more than 8. Like, that's just how I want my ratings. But now, he did try yesterday. He did get a lot of things going, but at the end of the day, he had no support by him as a player. I don't trust him at all. I need Wilson back. We all need Callum Wilson back, I'd say. And then Joe Linton, I mean, he's not a £40 million player. He never will be. And unfortunately, in these sort of games, even when he's got 90 minutes to play, he's just not going to do anything, unfortunately.
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And I've got Michael here. Dollar was a 5 out of 10. Poor position for the goals. I totally agree, Michael. Woodman would have been called out for it if he was in goal. A fly start between Con Steve Bruce. Almiron looked lost on the right all game. I have to agree. I didn't even know he was on the pitch half the time, you know. Did Fierce do dirty things to Bruce's wife? That's the whole explanation. I have to think why he barely gets on the pitch. But could be right there, Spencer. You could be right. Murphy needs to learn how to put his foot through the ball and stop scuffing opportunities. That's a Dylan, by the way. And in John's eyes, Jordan is. I'm not going to read that, man. Get out! I'm going to give him a yellow card in a minute. You know what I mean?
Yellow card. You ban him on the stream over these yellow red cards.
Exactly. And I was going to say, before I come on to, what do you think is going to get their first win out of views? Burnley, Southampton, or Norwich? And that's some Jake firm Leeds fan. Out of those 3, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Norwich will find a way. Burnley will probably find a way, definitely. I'm going to go with Burnley.
I'm going to go with Southampton. I think they've got the best team out of the 4. Southampton, I mean, they got rid of quite a few of the big players last season, but they've still got something going, whereas the other 3 seems all useless, to be honest.
Yeah, I totally agree. Well, we go on to, I don't know all the players, haven't we? We haven't done Steve Bruce, haven't we?
Lavender Hendrick, the main man.
Yeah, Steve Bruce. Now, I just don't get this manager at all whatsoever, Adam, right? I mean, this guy's come on and says he's going to do things this way, right? And he comes out and he says that if we take teams on, they're going to get punished, yeah? This guy doesn't do tactics, okay? He openly admitted that he does not do tactics, yeah? Okay, fair enough. But at least play them in their correct positions. Do you know what I mean?
Well, exactly, yeah. But you 1 sec, John, you missed now Jeff Hendrick, the
Jeff Hendrick, yeah. I do, yeah. Jeff Hendrick, go on. How much you give him? Paul give him 7.
I'll give Darlow a 5, and I think Hendrick was the best player yesterday, so I'll give him a 6. I think he was above average. Of course, he got the equaliser, and he was the best midfielder yesterday. So I think he was amazing, no, but he done better than your midfielders, especially an experienced one like Hayden. I mean, I don't think he deserves to start next match, but at least he came on and scored. I mean, he did something. He impacted the game, but unfortunately, in the end, the full team was just crap. And he was one little spark out of a lot of them. And again, nothing special, but he did score a very decent goal, to be fair.
Definitely. Yeah, I'll give him a 6 as well, to be fair. It's been a poor game. And that's the only thing he did, score that goal. Other than that, he didn't really do much, didn't he? Let's be real. But that's my opinion. So I'll give him 6. Paul's giving him 7. And I'll go back to Steve Bruce in just a minute. Imagine being Joe Linton going on to being managed from Nagelsmann. For me, is the best young coach in Europe, in my opinion, to good old Brucey boy. What an absolute climb down, by the way. Absolute climb down for me. And then people said Arteta is the world's best manager in Europe, sort of thing. I'm not too sure. For me, it's Nagelsmann by a country mile. I'd get on and see it. But back on the Bruce, right? He already admitted he doesn't do tactics. I get it. But what he hasn't learned is still not put in place in the correct positions, right? And get the players happy. Yeah? It's just square pegs around holes again, right? He's such a negative manager, a defeatist manager. He is also doesn't give a toss about a club. He claims that he's a fan, right? He claims he's a football fan or Newcastle fan. He's not, he's a Red. Okay. And yet, he puts his hands in his pockets, doesn't relate to the players, right? He doesn't point the fingers out. He doesn't talk to the players. He doesn't shout at them, right? He looks lost yesterday on that pitch. And for me, the sooner he gets rid of, the better, because you know what it is, Adam? Because if the longer he's there, the more chance we're going to get relegated. Yeah. And I know people come out and say that Ashley doesn't care. He's washed his hands off the club, chucked the keys away, right? He's quite happy to let the club rot so he can make more money from the Premier League. But he's basically saying to Boosie, he's going to give him time to turn it around. Yeah. 7 wins or 5 wins from 35 games, right? No clean sheets since February, right? 7 wins since December. 3 clean sheets. This is the worst start of the season since 1934, right? That's 87 years. And a lot of people don't know that. What is the cut-off point, right, before he gets a sack?
Well, he should have been sacked years ago. It's that simple, but you know for a fact that he's going to last to about Christmas time at the minimum. There's no way this club is going to sack in the first half of the season. I haven't got the balls to. It's that simple. This team doesn't care. The manager doesn't care. The owner doesn't care. I mean, it's negative all around the club. Steve Bruce is not going to walk. He would never ever walk because why would he? Because he's getting paid millions of pounds, and this club won't sack him. So he's got no fear. Steve Bruce can just do what he wants. He'll be all right. But he was awful. I mean, this is his 3rd season at Newcastle. He still doesn't know his best level. He doesn't know the best formation. He doesn't watch our teams. He doesn't do his homework. He doesn't put tactics out, go, oh, we're going to play this way against Wolves. He's going to play this way against Tottenham in 2 weeks. He doesn't do that. He just goes, well, we play like that Watford. We try and do the same against Wolves. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. And I mean, Graham Jones, everyone sort of credits him all the time, but he's the one in the training ground. He's the one working the players as well. He's got to be calling this stuff out and telling Bruce, listen, that's incorrect. You got to do it this way. But nothing's changed. Nothing has been changing since he came in. So it's still crap. So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Bruce is doing. I don't know what the players are doing. They're all rubbish. All done to zero be the club. And Steve Bruce, well, he's obviously going to get a 0. It was an awful game. Probably the worst game of the season. And one of the worst games I've seen in years for Newcastle. Is shocking. The fact we lost 2-1 was a miracle. We should have lost that 3 or 4-0. We did not deserve to score that game.
Yeah, I totally agree there. I'll give him a 0 out of 10. A 0. No doubt about that. I'm sorry, but he's a 0. And he's just absolutely, to me, he's the worst manager of the history of the game. But you're right. I mean, he just doesn't seem to care. I mean, he doesn't care. And then he's pally with the pundits, right? Daring to have a go at him, right? I've heard Danny Murphy today, right, come on and said that it's not all that bad, right? Ian Wright stick up for us. Danny Murphy come on and say it's not all that bad. It's not all that bad. Have these pundits do their homework on Steve Bruce's homework in Newcastle United and look at his record. He's got a poor record, yeah, and yet they're sucking up to him every single time, yeah? Do you know what I mean? Tony Cascarino today on TalkSport said that you can't win the fans. If you walked away, he said fair play to him, yeah? And then you got people like Parla, you got people like O'Hara, he's the worst of the lot, him, Jimmy O'Hara, right? And then you've got Sutton, you got Savage, bigot this fraud up, right? Every single time his name mentioned, right? No wonder our fans get hacked off. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's attention to it. They're only doing it just cause controversy. You can know for a fact, let's say it's something really stupid about Steve Bruce, it's going to get loads of attention with Newcastle fans. But of course, because it's that bad an opinion, people are just going to react to it, and that's what they want. That's what these little scumbags want. I mean, these sort of irrelevant footballers, bang average players in the day, failed owners and talk sport. I mean, all of them just talk rubbish, and they do it on purpose because they want a reaction from Newcastle fans. If you watch Newcastle week in, week out, you know how bad a manager Steve Bruce is and how he plays, but they don't do it because they don't want to. They just want to be negative. They want to say Steve Bruce, want to just kiss his backside just so people react bad at them. That's what they want. That's the attention that they crave.
Facts. Absolute facts. And I'll tell you what, I'd love to see someone who's defenseless, like Ian Wright, okay, like a Michael Chopwell again, go on the phone to talk sport, right? Rob Lee, Ron Barton, right? Look at the tweets yesterday, right? You got people like Shearer sent a tweet out, Ron Barton sent a tweet as well. And they are so spot on. Do you know what I mean? They call it as it is, say it out like it is, yeah. Don't suffer fools, yeah. Defend our fans. We're the ones that suffering at them every single time. And I don't know what to say, man. But you're right. They just want to suck up to us every time. And one of these days, someone's going to go on their phone and absolutely rip them a good one. But there's one pundit I do like, and big up to him, by the way. He does defend us, that's Adrian Durham. He's Marmite to me, but he defended us.
Which pundit, sorry?
Adrian Durham.
I haven't heard what he said yet, so I couldn't comment now.
He used to work for Chronicle at Newcastle for a couple of years, so he knows and understands how our fans work, and it is absolutely incredible, man. And he just come to the fans. Bruce must use some heavy Horsnoggin to see good things other than the Gro Larsen Lied. That might be a Norwegian name. Bruce homework is match of the day with his pie and chips. I think he should work for Greg's or change his occupation. That's what I see. Change occupation quickly. You look so bored today, John. Now I'm not going to say the rest of the last. Then you got Steve Bruce.
Oh,
don't let Daniel see that, mind, because she absolutely rip us a good one. And then I got two as well. Gary Neville is quite good. He's a brilliant pundit, not a brilliant manager. When you went to Valencia, we might as well have Bruce Springsteen managing us. Do you know what? I'd rather take Bianca Westwood managing us from Sky. I'll tell you what, if she gets us a trophy, she can paint her office clown blue for all I care. Do you know what I mean? She's a West Ham fan. If that's the case, do it. But I'm here to steer Chippy Teat and Niece. If we're going to the fans, you was there yesterday. I didn't go. I mean, how many remarks out of 10 did you give the fans?
Yeah, pretty good yesterday. In terms of the ones I've beaten so far, I think they were better than what they were at Watford. Obviously, Man U was the best one so far this season. I think the fans yesterday were obviously full of wins, so you got to give them a 10. But in terms of the atmosphere itself, what do you say about an 8 out of 10? But yeah, the fans themselves, you got to get a 10 because it's so out. Everyone turned up. It was horrible the rain before the game. I was just drenched at the match. I was seriously cold. But yeah, we all turned up though. Unfortunately, the club let us down once again. We let down every single match this season. But yeah, the fans get a 10 because we saw out and we were there on our numbers.
Yeah, big up to your fans, by the way. I think everyone should get a reward for that as well. It should be free travel sort of thing for what you have to suffer at this moment in time for away games. And exactly. I got Spencer, and the positives that Bruce sees is a shawarma in his post-game kebab, and I've got my guy Paul again. You do look extra bored, John, but he's the anchor. Not your sexy. There's a singer called Hot Chocolate. You're too young at the time. Hot Chocolates. Errol Brown.
No, but
his head is so shiny. It's absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, and great Errol Brown, by the way. What a singer. What a legend of a singer, by the way. And all these soul music, like Motowns and stuff like that sort of thing. Brilliant though she has, And yeah, what can I say? But I shaved it off yesterday, by the way. I did shave it off yesterday, but still. So I was going to say, so we've done the player ratings, and then we've got Tottenham 2 weeks on Sunday, and I know it's early to ask you, but as things stand, how do you think you'll do against Spurs, Palace, and Chelsea?
Okay, well, I'm basing the Tottenham one off if they get injured in the international break. I'm assuming that every single one of those Tottenham players are going to play the international break. They're going to be played, they're going to be knackered. Maybe a couple of them will get injured, but they haven't won the last 3 games. Newcastle are playing at home. We've got to be going and try and get the win. That's the mentality we need to have now because we haven't got the wins against the teams around us, so we've got to go and beat the big boys. I'm putting this down to win 2-1. Yeah, people are not going to like that at all, but if we can't beat Tottenham when they're injury prone, low in confidence, tired, who can we beat? I mean, we've got to be going for the win, and if we can't beat them, then yeah, we are screwed. It's that simple. But Palace away, it's quite a while from now. In terms of that one, we've got to go for the win again. Palace is going to be an extremely hard game. They play really well at home. They had a really good season so far in the VR. I was quite surprised how well they've been so far, but again, I'm going to stick with us to win 2-1. Bit delusional, but listen, I expect the best of my team. I want to see them win. But the Chelsea one, no, I'm not shooting that one. I expect Chelsea to win that game. But listen, we're just going to go 2-1 Chelsea. Listen, just see how things go. I don't really care. This man just going to put some scores down. But we need to go for wins against Tottenham and Palace. We need to try and win those 2.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. I totally agree. And the last thing I'll talk about as well, I know you're a busy guy sort of thing. And we'll talk quickly about the table about the cat kiss on Wednesday. That was last Wednesday. And we had something like 33,000 people watching the live stream for the last, which is absolutely fantastic. It's for the public interest. And how do you think the cat case or arbitration will go? And are we going to win it?
Well, I don't know. In terms of the court case it just has, I thought we looked pretty well from what I watched. I thought did look quite well. I feel like obviously the guy in Newcastle side, I thought did a pretty good job in the court case. But in terms of the arbitration case, we'll see. I don't know his age is way to tell yet. We failed it last time, so we better put our finger out and get it this time because I can't be asked for more Mike Ashley. I've had enough of him. But I don't know, I'll be honest, John. I can't really give you an answer. I don't want to try and swerve people, but I'm positive. I would like it to happen, but I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, from my opinion, for what I've heard, I've seen watching because I was at work, but the Premier League QC was way out of his depth, right? And the judge have to tell him a couple of times to keep quiet, I truly believe. And then when they were told that the Premier League threatened to throw us out of the league, right? I could not believe it. I mean, he was just shaking his head, muttering to himself. Yeah, he knows that the Premier League has lost the arbitration or the cat case, one of the two. But if we win the cat case, I think that opens to the takeover for me because I do not think the Premier League do want to go to court. In my opinion, I think it's going to be out of court settlement.
We'll see. God knows, but yeah, the guy in the Premier League was awful. He should get sacked for that. He had a really bad day in the courtroom.
Adam, I keep him. He's doing a great job, mate.
I suppose actually for Newcastle's benefit, yeah.
Give him a good job, but at the end of the day, it's just an absolute, honestly, man, it's a joke. And that's not making those crappy comments. Yeah, I agree. And then Bruce said, has the Timothy been hacked again? And comment that's uncalled for John, what they said. Well, I haven't had mine's hat. Paul had his hat, but I haven't had mine's hat. Touch wood. But one thing I will say, if anyone goes on trolling or anyone upset anyone, there'll be instant block because we cannot, and I repeat, not have that on our socials whatsoever because it's not good. It's absolutely unbelievable, right? And it's not right. I mean, Annie had his hacked, I think, the other day. And I tell you what, it's not good bullying people, hacking people, trolling people. We need to get it out of the way. Do you know what I mean? And it's just absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, Paul, I can see you there, mate, posting me again. Ignore them, mate. And that's the second one I'm doing as well. The best do is ignore them. And I tell you what, anyone who does that, and I find out who it is, they are done. I'll tell you that right away.
Well said, John. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what YouTuber is. Everyone just gets these trolls. It just happens, really. But yeah, I guess it's just people making second accounts and just pretend to be someone else. It's obviously awful, but it's just unfortunately how it is. Unfortunately how it is.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, like I've always said, if you're going to go on Twitter or social media, they should recognize you by your passport or driver's license. And then that way you only get one shot at it. And if you mess up, that's it. You are done. Simple as that, because you get no second chances because there's been too much trolling there. I mean, even Jason had his hats as well, by the way. And I tell you what now, right? I mean, just because they just they don't do this sort of thing, they think it's cool to hack other people's channel. It's wrong. And they work so damn hard to get where they be. And trust us when I say it, right? Anyone does that, or to me mates as well, or use Adam, or anyone I found who's, I guarantee you, I will not be happy at all whatsoever. I won't get angry, I'll probably get even. And I shouldn't say that on here sort of thing, but still. And that is a warning. So I'll go to Seto from Man United fan. John, don't Ollie can come coach. You United get relegated. Listen, he's done a fantastic job in United, by the way. I think he's going to do something. I wish you had a lot of German coaches in Premier League. They're machines. Look at Chelsea now. Tuchel doing a wonderful job. Yeah, Jason, totally agree. Just like you, that's not me. Then we've got Bruce. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah, well said, Jay. He's totally right there. He's totally 100% right. I mean, get the hackers out, get the trolls out, and let's be real, and then everyone will be a happy place. Simple as that, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's just weird. I don't know why people do that. I wouldn't say it to your face, so why you're online.
Yeah, I mean, I've got respect for you, and I really have. I don't upset you, I don't upset anyone, sort of thing, and listen, at the end of the day, it's just everyone's everyone, you can agree with their opinions. You don't have to agree, you don't have to bitch and moaning every single time. So lastly, John, Brucey lost weight. I don't think he has seen that. He looks ill. He looks quite ill.
He's old, really, and he's like 66 or something.
Yeah, 60, and he needs to quit the game now. His time is done. Get Eddie Howe in. So, listen, I'm going to wrap it up then, mate. Been on for an hour sort of thing, and we can go on for another couple of hours sort of thing. Should be amazing, but obviously you got things to do and survive. But I want to do this. Name and shaming tweet, like Twitter, social, Muppets, sort of thing. Like all the pundits coming on there having to go to Newcastle, like O'Hara, Murphy, Sutton, Savage. I'd love to do that one day. I'm going to do it again. I'd love to do that. Really like to see it. I have my opinion on it as well, so I'd love to do that. So I was going to say, did you enjoy coming on my show again?
Listen, if everyone's on, just give us a message, but we'll be more happy to. Obviously, appreciate having us on, and it's good speaking to you, John. Hope you're well.
You too, man. And before I let you get away, I mean, do smash the likes up, do subscribe, subscribe, and leave your comments. And Adam, where do you find you on your channel, mate? So people like Jason and Anna Ruda can find you, and others as well.
Well, if people want to subscribe to my channel, just type in Adam Pearson on YouTube. Or just find any of my socials, really. It shouldn't be too hard to find. But yeah, I always do Newcastle games. We're going to every single one this season. So we still have a few weeks in. But that's what I'm going to be doing. In terms of next week, obviously international break. So I'll be going down to the gates again. I got invited to that. So we'll go along there and get a vlog done. But in terms of our stuff next week, I'm not too sure yet. But we'll see as it progresses.
Sure. Fantastic. I've got to use comments out quickly. John, these hackers making me want to kill myself. John, ring yous. Yeah, I will do in a minute, Paul. That's nice to be. I was going to ring you anyway. Let's be real. And I tell you what, I'll say it again. Do not do things like that, people. Please don't. I'll do it. I've done getting on 12 in a minute, by the way. So I've got Booster. Looks like he's on one McDonald's away from cardiac for his own health. If not else, he needs to retire from the game. And Steve Booster, you're okay in tune with you. And listen, I've got to ring Paul up as well. That's it. And then I got my guy yesterday, Dean. He came on me video phoning yesterday from New Zealand. I had to warn him and say, stay in bed. Do not watch that performance that late again. He's from New Zealand, so I have warned him. He's a top guy, Dino, and he's just great. So I'm going to try and get on me chat one day in the week or next week. Do like fans gone global. So listen, got to read this out very quickly. I think the last 2 or 3 comments was a troll. Can't believe they're doing it already. No, they're watching. Jason Wells said, I've got to leave it as that, my guy. And listen, thanks for coming on, Jason. Adam, and thanks for coming on, guys. And it's lovely speaking to you. And I'll be on the Horseman. Do you watch the Horseman? It's a Horseman show, the Horseman of the Tune.
Yeah, they're watching now and again. Yeah, this is when I've got time, really. But I'll be watching it tomorrow, see the Fonz in action.
The Fonz. Yay! And they probably say hello, ladies, as well. So, oh my God.
I was Chris when I saw that one. Like, I was really funny.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Steve, just leave it as him. Not that I love the show, bless him, and then go back to Jason. And that's it. But thanks for coming on, Jay, Adam, and you take care, mate. And thanks for coming on, guys. Do like, subscribe, and leave comments. Until then, I'll win it, lads. Boost out. Take care, Jay. Yeah, take care, Adam.